Now, Paul, tell me you didn't set that fastest lap on primaries.
Yeah, full tank and no push to pass.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that was like hottest hot lap I can do.
Yeah.
And of course, Daniel blew it away.
Well, that's Daniel.
Tell you what, you slide these tires around, you spend the rest of the tank full of fuel bouncing all over the place.
You sure do.
But I'd rather slide them than lock them up.
Ooh. I forgot. This is laps, not time.
Yep.
Yep.
And you can make a big difference on the fuel just from the fuel map.
It does.
Lots to think about in these cars.
There is, and I'm pondering whether or not I want to have the 2 times fuel, or whether or not I want to add a few more laps and go 1 fuel.
Well, the way it is now, we get 14 laps per tank.
Yep.
So depending on if we get any full course cautions.
Yeah. Two, 4, 6, 7. We only got 7 guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We're getting up there. Hey, Carl. Right here. Oh, I better get ready. Race in 5 minutes. Boop.
Who's in charge?
Things are moving. Yeah, I got to do stuff. That's what happens when I take a week off. You suddenly forget everything you're supposed to be doing. Two, 4, 6, 8. A couple guys who can't make it. Hey, Carl, how you doing?
Now watching Tom Nazilla. Now watching
Doing all
Daniel
right.
Kirby.
Just kind of
Good.
figured
Now
I'd
you
at least try to come help test.
Oh, well, thank you. You said no push to pass on quali last time, didn't you?
Yeah, the way the mod is written,
I
I don't think it works. Yeah, it just doesn't allow it during qualifying.
Okay, good. Yes, pure speed only.
Now watching Carl Struhol.
And there's Daniel, Gio, James. There's 9 of us. Who's missing? Who's missing? 8. No, there's 8 of us. That's good. Only 8.
Solid pace being shown
That's all right.
here.
I won't go out there and ask anyone to contrive to have an accident, but we'll see what happens.
I'll probably be able to help you out somewhere along the way.
Well, you have to take someone with you to really make
Let's
sure
see
we
that
get an
again.
FCY.
I can do
God.
that.
Or knock a shitload of pieces off the car.
Yeah, litter the track. We'll see. So it's not it's the sensitivity is not very high. So we'll see where we go to.
You lose
And how
front
many
wings pretty
laps?
easy, so who knows?
We're back with cars
And how
4
many
and
laps of
P4
full
in
course
AM.
yellow do we get now?
Well, I've set it for 3. It may give us more than
Solid
that. So we're
pace
just going
being
to see
shown
what
here.
happens. That's why we're doing trial races, to see what it really does. And I
Okay.
will say that I'll make an announcement about some other very, very cunning plans that are being worked on that might just produce us a turnip. Okay, everybody, track's closed. Seeing the note. So if you could all please
Now watching Daniel
come to
Kirby.
the pit, if you're not over there. And there we are. Thank you, Daniel. So we'll get things started here. So 19th of February, our second trial run. I'm glad to see people back. It's unfortunate we don't have more, but hey, that's the way it works. So we'll try Red Bull Ring. Very entertaining track. And as I pointed out in the briefing, we're going to have the same qualifying 15 minutes, as many laps as you like. However, for the race, we're going to try a total lap count. So it's a 50-lap race with 1 lap of pace car to start with. And we go from there. So same as last time, you follow the safety car around. I've done a couple of practices with the safety car. It does pretty reasonably. It is going 90 kilometers an hour. And we just line up nice and pretty behind the safety car as we go down, trundling down the straight. It'll pull off. Just keep the speed as you have. And we will get a green that'll send us all rocking away like crazy. Key with this plugin is that just obey whatever RF tells you. It works pretty well. The stock car simulation racing guys seem to have ironed out all the bugs, and it gives very reasonable stuff. So it should be fine for the safety car, and it should also be fine for the full course yellow if they come out. Orange zones from the start to the exit of T4, which is that uphill right-hander, which is always so much fun because it's off camber. And usual thing for the orange zone. I can do DQs up until the race session. After that, you're on your own and just serve your penalties. And as we have been talking about, if you do get any penalties out of this race, it'll be applied to your finishing time, as opposed to going to the next race. Unless you can't finish the race, you don't do it normally, and then you'll get it for the next preliminary, which is next week. And because we're still doing some stuff with the full course yellow and things, safety car, I'm probably going to do a track course next week as opposed to an oval, and we'll just leave the ovals for later on, and we'll do some stuff then. Blue flag is normal. I have talked about full course yellow. You will get instructions on your screen as we did in Melbourne. It should be a bit tidier and a bit tighter because we're using the right plugin this time. I didn't have the right switches enabled. And you will have push to pass, 150 seconds total for a max of 15 seconds per lap. And you can expend it pretty quickly if you're using it all the time. Track limits are a little loose on this track, especially the final couple of right-handers going to start-finish, is that you can go pretty wide and come back in. The same with turn 4, you can go pretty wide and come back in. Obviously, we don't want to be doing that because it's one wheel on the racing surface at all times, plus there's a bunch of curbing out there that throws these cars around pretty hard. And if you do go all the way off the track and you come back in, remember that the cars on track have the right of way. So if they're not letting you in, you have to slow down and figure out how to get back on the track. You just can't barge your way in. Pit entry is very exciting as well. It can be taken pretty quickly if you sweep down hard right and go through, stay inside the line that designates the pit entry and just get out of the way quickly. So you can do it. I hope people have tried it a couple times to see how well they can do it, because the fast line, of course, goes hard into that turn, which is T9, Jochen-Rindt. So you have to keep your speed up or stay way out of the way if you're going to pit with cars behind you. If you do have an off track or any reason why you're not on the racing line, make sure you use all the means at your disposal to get onto track safely. On exit, stay right, join the racing service to the right out of T1. Make sure that just watching for traffic on hot lefts, and hot left traffic, you really shouldn't be over on the right anyway, so give lots of room for cars to join back on for the drag down to a T3. I have put into the racing brief, and I'll say it now, Munzer or T2 on the map, which is that little kink, is not a turn. We're going to treat everything from T1 to T3 as a straight. That means the normal rules for providing racing room are applicable. And if you're overlapped, give room. You can't say, well, it's a turn, I'm ahead, I'm going to shut you down. You have to leave room for everyone all the way down. Where else are we here? Do need to use both the alternates and the primaries. Your choice how many of each you want to use, but you have to use both tire types. Pit limit is 100 kilometers an hour, it should be. The pace car is 90. Everyone knows about the golden rule and how to do IRs, and we don't have to worry about lights. Any questions?
I have one.
Please go ahead.
I'm just curious, on the full course yellow, will we get messages whether the pits are open or closed?
You will.
Cool.
Yep. Okay. And the number of laps starts when the leading car gets closed up to the safety car. In the full course yellow, the order is frozen. So no racing, you're just racing to catch up to, you're just going at speed to catch up with the safety car. If a car has a problem or goes off track or somehow can't keep its position as it's going up there, the plug-in is able to adjust for that. Okay, but you will see a message about when the pits are open, when the pits are closed, and also when the safety car is ending. All right, let's pitter patter if there's no more questions. And I have, good, so I have set myself as the administrator. JT, glad to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
You caught all the brief?
I got half of it.
Okay, you heard about T2?
Yes.
And all the other stuff, just make up.
T2's a straight.
Yep, all right. So we'll go to the next session. And time for a little bit of qualifying.
Just in time, Tammy.
Yeah, JT, gotta like it. And there's 15 minutes.
Come on, rain.
Nah. Rain's overrated. Have a good one, everybody.
Qualifying begins 15 minutes to set a time. Action in PRO for P1. Oh, now watching Norm Graf. Now watching Tom Mazzella. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Norm Graf. P2 for Paul Ibbotson in PRO with a 1:16.501. That's 1.39 behind Daniel Kirby. P3 for JT Tammy in PRO with a 1:19.348. That's 4.24 behind Daniel Kirby. Gilles Lalonde into P3 in PRO, 1:18.259. That's 3.15 behind Daniel Kirby. P2 for Carl Struhl in AM with a 1:20.522. That's 2.55 behind Norm Graf. James Bowders into P3 in AM, 1:20.859. That's 2.89 behind Norm Graf. Solid pace being shown here. Solid pace being shown here. Norm Graf improves in Sector 1. Gilles Lalonde into P3 and PRO, 1:17.087. Now watching James Bowders. James Bowders sets a personal best through Sector 1. James Bowders right behind Paul Ibbotson now. James Bowders has caught Matthew Overton on track. Tom Mazzella into P2 and AM, 1:17.946. Solid pace. Oh, now watching Norm Graf. Ten minutes remaining. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Daniel Kirby. Halfway point, 8 minutes remaining. Fastest sector 1 of the session, Daniel Kirby. Now watching Karl Struhal. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Paul Ibbotson. Paul Ibbotson finding time in Sector 1. Solid pace being shown here. Gilles Alondin in P3 and PRO, 116.987. P3 for Matthew Overton in PRO with a 116.488. Solid pace being shown here. Green sector 1 for Paul Ibbotson. Five minutes remaining. Now watching Norm Graf. Solid pace being shown here. Solid pace being shown here. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Gil Lalonde. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Daniel Kirby. Two minutes remaining. Fastest sector 1 of the session, Daniel Kirby. Purple sector 2 for Daniel Kirby. Now watching JT Tammy. The times are coming down for JT Tammy. Solid pace being shown here. One minute remaining. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Daniel Kirby. The checkered flag is out for qualifying. We'll have the results once timing and scoring confirm the final order.
Okay, I think that everyone done. Nicely done, Daniel. 114.3 thereabouts. So then Paul taking up second, JT third, and then Norm, Tom, and Carl rounding out the top 3 of the AMs. We've got 5 pros and 4 AMs. So a nice tight group. 5 minutes to get used to a heavy car again. And while you're doing that, I will mention shout out to Eric Jacobs, who's putting together an app that he can run on the server that, in addition to controlling the cameras and providing some constantly improving commentary, pardon me, It has all the potential for issuing a number of RF2 commands as well
Here are the
to
qualifying results.
control the
In PRO, Daniel
start
Kirby on pole with
with a virtual safety car
114.297.
to lead us
Paul
through.
Ibbotson and JT Tammy
And
behind.
then
Now for AM, Norm
possibly
Graff takes pole with
use the outputs from the API
116.952.
to
Tom Nacella
generate
second, Carl Struhel third.
cautions.
Oh, now
and
watching Norm Graff.
types of virtual safety car. Either everyone gets behind the leader
Solid pace
or
being shown
a
here.
code 80 type thing. So that's very exciting, and he's been working on that with some assistance from Ross and others to see if he can bring that to the table for more than just the commentary. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Hopefully,
Yeah, I
a
think
way
it's
to end cautions early.
Well, yeah. So there'll be a process there that he'll be able to, because it's giving commands to throw the yellow and to clear it. So he's just working on how to work that into the information the API is giving out. So it's not actually being generated by the plugin in RF2. It's being generated by the app that
Solid
sits
pace
on
being
top of
shown here.
RF2. So we may just get around things very nicely. Now it's not going to do all the other super sexy stuff for reordering people and things like that. But for our purposes, it may be just fine indeed. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Daniel Kirby.
Trying to get prepared, are you, Tom?
Solid pace being shown here. Two minutes remaining. Carl Stroll into P2 in AM, 125.642. That's 8.38 behind Norm Graff. James Bowders into P2 in AM, 120.960. Solid pace being shown here. One minute remaining. Now watching Norm Graff.
On the push to pass button, is that a toggle or do you have to hold it?
You do not have to hold. It
Okay,
is.
just-
It's like the DRS in F1. It'll
Okay.
be on until you hit the brakes or lift the throttle.
Thank you. One last question before we start. Has anybody had any contact with Jason Whitted?
Not recently, no.
Paul Ibbotson tops PRO
I
with a
wonder whatever happened to him.
119.171.
He's
Oh,
got some
that's the
things going
end
on.
of
I'm
the
going to have
warm-up
to
session.
reset the warm-up, guys, just for a second. You get a couple extra minutes. I'll be back.
No, no news from Jason.
I'll have to send him a message.
Please do.
Oh, now watching JT Tammy. Solid pace being shown here. Now watching Norm Graf.
Sorry about that, guys. Had to go take care of something very quickly, and now I'm back. So I will set it to the next section, which is race at 2 minutes to go.
Now watching Gilles de London. Solid pace being shown here. Solid pace being shown here.
Hey everybody, I am switching over to the race.
2 minutes remaining.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
I escaped before it broke my thumb.
And here we have the grid for today's race. 9 cars across 2 classes. Starting with PRO. leading PRO Daniel Kirby in the number 202 Dallara IR18. P2, Paul Ibbotson in the number 201 Dallara IR18. P3, JT Tammy in the number 204 Dallara IR18. P4, Matthew Overton in the number 174 Dallara IR18. P5, Jill Lalonde in the number 203 Dallara IR18. Moving on to AM, leading AM, Norm Graf in the number 401 Dallara IR18. P2, Tom Nacella in the number 401 Dallara IR18. P3, Carl Struhal in the number 404 Dallara IR18. P4, James Bowders in the number 92 Dallara IR18.
Careful, guys on the front row. Safety car will warn you again.
He's making sure you stay honest, you two.
He does a weird brake check on that corner for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
And it said I was going too slow.
Well, don't leave too much of a gap, everybody. You see that sign start to flash on you, it means you need to slowly and carefully accelerate to catch up. Okay. Everybody have a good race out there. There should be a lot of fun. See you at the paddock afterwards.
And we're racing. Let's watch Norm Graf going for the pass on Matthew Overton. On board with Matthew Overton. Trackside view. Here's Norm Graff making a move on JT Tammy. Matthew Overton looking to get by Gilles Lalonde. Trackside view. On board with Matthew Overton. Trackside view. On board with Norm Graf. Trackside view. Norm Graf challenging JT Tammy for position. Here's Norm Graf making a move on Paul Ibbotson. Carl Struhl challenging Paul Ibbotson for position. Paul Ibbotson challenging Carl Struhl for position. Here's James Boders making a move on Paul Ibbotson. Gilles Lalonde challenging James Boders for position. On board with Karl Struhal. Trackside view. Let's watch James Bonus going for the pass on Paul Ibbotson. The PRO winner is Daniel Kirby. Norm Graf wins the AM. Runner-up in PRO, JT Tammy. Second in AM goes to Carl Struhall. Matthew Overton rounds out the PRO podium. P3 in AM, James Bowders.
That's everybody, Matthew.
Yeah, this looks like Daniel. Great race. Well done. And JT finishing second, and I think it was Norm picking up the AM win?
Yes, it was.
Very nice.
But my pit crew screwed me, man. On my first stop, they only put 11 gallons in the damn thing. Made me stop an extra time.
So what was everybody's final gear?
Final gear.
Whatever it was last time.
4.75 to 1.
Okay.
Yep.
Final ratio.
Yeah, I was pretty much just in the default car. I only think
I was 494.
Yeah, me too.
It was 475, but I was 523 on the 6th gear.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I was 537 on the 6th.
Okay, just wondering because it's like, man, I guess I'm just slow.
I
These
guess
are
you need to
special.
press the button. You need to press the button sometimes.
Oh, I think I finished the race with only 2 seconds remaining.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I used it quite wisely throughout the race.